There's a paradox happening in America in 2025. The richest country in the world, where people talk about AI and space travel, is seeing hundreds of thousands of citizens sleeping in their cars every night. It's not because they like van life or are passionate about freedom, and because they have nowhere else to go. A federal report shows that homelessness increased by 18% in just 1 year, and most of the increase came from people who still have jobs, still pay taxes, still try to hold on to the American dream. They just now live in a Ford Transit. Look around. Rent is skyrocketing. Wages are stagnant. New court rulings allow cities to fine people for sleeping outdoors. And what's the result? People drifted into the parking lot, hiding among the taillights. The question is no longer how many people are living in the car, but rather, why would a wealthy nation allow that to become the new normal? Today, we'll break down 5 reasons why living in your car could be the new symbol of the American crisis in 2025. You know, in 2025, renting a 1-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles will cost nearly $2,800 per month. In New York, over $4,000, the equivalent of the monthly price of a used Ford Focus. And the national average salary? It increased by less than 4%. That means house prices are increasing 5 times faster than wages. A study by the National Alliance to End Homelessness shows that for every $100 increase in average rent, homelessness increases by 9%. And now, those who once paid taxes and owned homes are paying off their sleep debt in their own cars. The car, once a symbol of American freedom, has now become the temporary home for millions. It sounds both funny and bitter. People no longer say they work to buy a car, but rather that they have a car so they can go to work. The steering wheel, which was originally used to turn right, is now being used to avoid paying rent. Where does the real cause lie after all? Because when housing costs become a race that wages can't keep up with, middle-aged workers who were once stable suddenly find themselves drifting off the map of stability. It's not that they're lazy. They still go to work, still pay taxes, and still maintain their dignity. But at the end of the month, they had to choose: pay rent or pay for the car. A man in the Bay Area recounted, "I used to live with 2 roommates. When the rent increased by $300, I left. The old van is now home. At least the landlord can't kick me out of the parking lot." The issue is even more concerning when this isn't just the story of a few individuals. It's a symptom of a misaligned economy, where the American dream is now folded small enough to fit in a car trunk. The sarcastic remark sounds like a joke, but it's true. In America now, whoever has a garage is rich. Anyone living in a vehicle is taking a shortcut to real estate. So the question isn't why they choose to live in cars, but rather, why does a country with an abundance of empty houses force its citizens to turn their cars into overnight sleeping quarters? What do you think if you had to choose between renting a house or sleeping in your car? Would you do things differently from them? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Behind them, there's another group of people. Silent, invisible, but growing rapidly every day. Who are they? We'll get to them right after this. You know the most ironic thing? In the United States, the homeless are not always on the streets. Many people still have a roof. It's just a metal roof, 4 wheels, and a steering wheel. According to a report by security.org, over 256,000 Americans slept in unstable conditions, in cars, warehouses, or on the roadside. And that number is rising as quickly as the price of Starbucks coffee. In Los Angeles, a survey by the Homeless Services Authority shows that the group living in vehicles accounts for the largest proportion of unsheltered homeless people, even more than those sleeping in tents. A form of urban retreat where garages, Walmart parking lots, or public parks become temporary hotels. But why did they choose cars over shelters? It's simple. Shelters are crowded, noisy, lack privacy, and are sometimes unsafe. And the car, though cramped, It was a small space to hold on to a little bit of the last remaining